We are learning more about a Baltimore City high school where, according to one assessment, hundreds of students are behind in math and in reading.
And the school system has said those test scores don't show the full picture of student performance. But Project Baltimore's Chris Papps explains nearly everything we've learned about this school tells a similar story.
Where's the outrage? It seems as if our kids are being cheated every day by this school system.
Governor Larry Hogan was watching.
A Baltimore City teacher comes forward.
It gets worse.
So far behind, they may never catch up.
Project Baltimore exposed how more than 75% of Patterson High School students tested are doing math and reading at an elementary school level. 9th, 10th, 11th graders, many of which tested at a kindergarten level.
It doesn't surprise me because we know that the Baltimore City school system is not doing a great job of educating the kids, but the magnitude, I was disgusted by it.
The test scores we obtained are from iReady assessments, which are used to determine at which grade level a student is performing. At Patterson, just 12 of the 628 students who took the test were reading at grade level. In math, 17 out of 575 students tested at algebra and geometry levels, courses required to graduate. North Avenue last week declined an interview to discuss the iReady scores, but said in a statement this was the first in-person checkpoint following 18 months of disruption caused by the pandemic. The statement went on to say over 40% of participating students were classified as English language learners. Baltimore City Schools also argued iReady is not a fair representation of student performance because not every student takes the test. The district says it's an assessment that is used to close the achievement gap by creating individualized learning plans. So Project Baltimore looked at other student performance metrics at Patterson High School, and we found nearly every data point raises concerns. Maryland conducts its own standardized state testing of public school students to gauge their understanding of math and English. At Patterson, less than 5% of the students scored proficient in either subject. Less than 5%. And when the numbers are that low, Baltimore City Schools does not report the exact percentage. But what we can see from the state's data is that 83% of Patterson students scored a 1 out of 5 in English, the lowest possible score. We also looked at attendance and found at Patterson is 59%, far lower than the district average of 80%. And with a dropout rate of 29% and a college enrollment rate of 21%, more students quit school than enroll in higher education.
I think holding the city leaders accountable, not just the superintendent and the school board, but the mayor, the legislators, city council. I don't know why they're all hiding from everybody's ducking.
Why?
Well, they obviously don't want you to uncover the problems, and they don't have answers and don't have solutions.
Patterson High School is in the Baltimore City Council district represented by Zeke Cohen. He gave Project Baltimore this statement. This report is a stark reminder of the cruel inequities facing children in Baltimore. We know that during the pandemic, many students from Patterson lost significant academic ground. We also know that these issues predate the pandemic. It is critically important that the Kerwin legislation be fully funded and implemented with fidelity.
It's the third highest funded school system in America, and they're getting some of the worst results.
Patterson High School receives nearly $12 million each year to educate about 1,200 students. Hogan believes the solution lies not in more money, but more accountability. He says schools that are persistently underperforming should be closed or some funding should be withheld until they fix their problems. Neither idea has gained much traction in the state legislature, but the governor was successful in creating another level of oversight.
Now there are state investigators who are following up on those leads to try to find out what kinds of steps can be taken. And I'm sure they're going to issue a report on their findings.
The governor says his team contacted the Inspector General of Education's office after seeing the Project Baltimore report and learned the IG had already opened an investigation into Patterson High School, though we don't know the specific allegations.
If there are criminal activities, we're going to push for prosecution of the people that are responsible for it.
I'm Chris Pabst, and this is Project Baltimore.